What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shantia, and I'm back with another banger, another word. Okay, now listen, y'all, I got a word for y'all today, and the title of this video is God is sending you the right support system. God is sending you the right support system. Okay, and so listen, y'all, since last night, this thing has been on me heavy, where the Holy Spirit was talking to me about getting his children, getting you all to empty yourselves out. Okay, in this season there has to be less of you and more of God. And so God is asking you today to clear out your pathway, to clear out the previous things that you have downloaded, so that God can download new things and bring new people and new connections around you. Okay, and so last night, y'all, I was telling my community, the Unleash That Woman community, like, from today and this weekend, literally go back from your childhood and think about every single relationship, every single circumstance, every single thing that has ever happened to you. And I need you to journal it. I need you to write it down, and I need you to release it. And in those moments, I need you to be honest about how you felt in every single moment, in every single circumstance. And I also need you to be honest with God, because some of y'all are asking God, like, or maybe some of y'all are in this season where you're searching and you're knocking and you're reading your word and you're watching sermons, but a lot of it is just not sticking, right? Or a lot of it is just not staying within you. And so when the Holy Spirit was speaking to me, he was saying that's because they're so full of themselves. And so if you think about a cup that is already full to the brim, okay, if God is trying to pour new water, okay, new wine into you, the water that he's pouring is not going to go, it's not going to sustain you, because you're so full of yourself. And so when God is trying to pour, when he starts pouring the water, the things that he's pouring inside of you is overflowing and coming out of the cup, when in reality what God is planting and trying to put in you, he wants to be inside of the cup. He wants it to be inside of you. He wants to plant new seeds. Okay, and so listen, in this season, God is like, I need you to empty yourselves out completely. That means to release and let go completely. That means to forgive completely. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Listen, child, if you're not in a community, you need to make sure that you get in the community, Unleash That Woman community. There's so many different things that have happened, but I had one of the girls in the community, right? She gave a word, and she was saying how forgiveness is connected to your blessings. Forgiveness is connected to your blessings. And she was saying how she just couldn't get around to the fact where God was asking her to forgive this one person. She just couldn't do it because she felt so hurt and so betrayed. And she was honest with God to say, Lord, I'm not ready to forgive yet. And she said that God woke her up in the middle of the night to say, enough is enough. It's time for you to forgive. And she finally surrendered unto what God was asking her to do. And little did she know that that same day, a job that she had that was temporary became permanent. And I said, see, God is so faithful. When she gave the word that forgiveness is connected to your blessings, God is so faithful. And she was talking about it, that God is constantly waiting on us to release, to let go, to die to ourselves so that he can fill us up. But not just that, God is also waiting to bless you. Every single day that you wake up, God is eagerly waiting to bless you. He is eagerly waiting to blow your mind, to send you miracles. But a lot of the times we're not able to receive the miracles or the blessings that God has for us daily, because we're so full of ourselves. We're so full of resentment and anger and bitterness and unforgiveness. And God is like, I can't do nothing with that, baby. You're going to have to release that. You're going to have to let that go. You're going to have to pour that up out of yourself so that I can begin to plant new things within you. In order for you to get to this next level, in order for you to get the blessing and the promise that God has been telling you, God said you have to release yourself. And God said, and until you release yourself, I can't send you the right friendships. I can't send you the right connections or the right relationships. God said you have to fully release yourself so that I can send you the right support system in this season. And we all need support. We all need support. Anybody that has the mindset of I could do it all by myself, or I got it, I don't need nobody, child, that's a lie. God created us to be in community, to be in unity, to be in connection with other people. And so we all need support. But sometimes we're so full of ourselves, and sometimes we're scared to be vulnerable or to release the things that we've been holding on so closely and so tightly to, that it begins to hinder us, and it also begins to create certain diseases and infections within our bodies. Unforgiveness, I was telling my community last night that unforgiveness, when it begins to manifest, when you hold unforgiveness in your heart and your body, it begins to come up out of your body in different ways. That could be through infections, that could be through diseases, that could be through mental health issues. A lot of the problems that a lot of people have in this world as to why their temples are not completely whole is because they are holding on to something. You are clinging on to something so tightly, and you don't want to let that thing go. But what you don't know is that the thing that you're holding on so tightly to is actually killing you. And that's why you can't move. And that's why you're stuck and stagnant. And that's why you keep hitting your head on the same wall every single year. But not no more. Because God said, baby, I'm uprooting you. I'm taking you up out of that situation. And when God sends a word, when he prophesies, okay, and sends and speaks a word over your life, then that word has to come completely. It has to look completely the way that he designed it to look. But he needs your help to do the work behind the scenes so that he can fully release the miracles and the blessings that he is so eagerly waiting to give you. Listen, child. I know some of y'all in a season where you're so hurt because maybe somebody has betrayed you so bad, or spoken to you so badly, or you just keep replaying certain scenarios and words and things that have happened to you over and over and over again in your mind. And God is like, my child, it's time for you to release it. It's time for you to release it. I know it hurt. I know they hurt you. I know it doesn't feel good. I know you feel like you're on your last straw. I know you feel like you want to give up. This is also for a word, because I couldn't yesterday. I wanted to get on here to give a video, and I honestly just couldn't find the strength to do it, because I had a moment where I had to just sit in a place and I had to think about where I truly came from in order to become the version that I am today. And so I was having a hard time, because I was crying, I was feeling sad, and I was thinking about, I'm not going to cry on the video. I cried last night, but I'm not going to cry on this video. But I was thinking about the generational curses that run in my family. And one of the biggest generational curses that run in my family is suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts. And I know those thoughts so well because it plagued on my mind for a long time over me. And I had yet another family member commit suicide. And as I sat there to think about the things that could have led them to that moment to even want to do that, I could relate completely. There's been times where I've tried to overdose. There's been times where I've tried to hang myself. There's been times where I used to have voices in my head telling me to go run my car in the wall. There's been plenty of times where I had the voices in my head telling me to give up, telling me to take my own life. And so in that moment, I was trying to get myself together to come back into the place of gratitude for God for keeping me. And that was the reason why I made the video of what you survived in, some people died in. And you can't take certain seasons that you survived in for granted, because everybody doesn't make it past those certain seasons. Everybody doesn't know how to hold on. Everybody doesn't have the right support system. And I know how it feels. And so this is for somebody that might be on their last leg. Please don't give up. Please don't give up. If you needed another confirmation, this is your confirmation to not give up. I promise you it's worth it. And the reason why the enemy is after you is because you have no idea how powerful you are. I had no idea the amount of lives that I would change. And it's crazy to think that if I would have taken my life, that all the people that were connected to my purpose and my destiny wouldn't have been saved. And so this is for somebody that God is saying he's sending you the right support system and the right people that are going to love you for you, that are going to invest in you. And you've supported others so many times, your entire life, and you've just been sitting there wondering, God, when am I going to receive the same love and support and genuineness that I have been given? And God said, I'm going to send it to you. This is a prophecy that God is saying he's about to send you the right support system. But before he can send it to you, he said, I need you to release everything in you that does not belong in you. You got to let it go. I need you to journal it. I need you to write it. And after you write every single moment and circumstance and thing that has ever plagued you, I need you to take it in prayer and I need you to release it. And be honest with how you felt. Be honest with the times where you felt like God didn't show up when you expected him to. I need you to release all of that bitterness, anger, and unforgiveness, because God said, I'm trying to plant you in a season that will be permanent. God said, I'm not trying to have my kids live in temporary seasons where everything in your life is just shakeable. God said, I'm trying to plant my kids in unshakable seasons and unstoppable seasons that last generations and generations and generations to come. Listen, child, I don't know who this word is for, but I know it's for somebody. And right now, God is saying that he is going to send you the right support system, the right people, the right connections, the right business partners, the right career, the right spouse, the right friendships. God said, I'm going to send you the right support system. He said, I already have it set apart for you. You don't even have to go looking for them. God said, I'm going to send them to you. So listen, child, I pray that you are able to receive this blessed and prosperous word. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this out to whoever needs it. If you haven't joined the Unleash That Woman community yet, make sure that you join while the flash sale is still going on for $24.99 a month. I will link everything down below. I love you all, and I will see you all next time. Bye.